Good evening, students. Once again, we have to discuss today's class highlights. It is well known fact the induced EMF is directly proportional to sine of its maximum value. So it is known as sinusoidal alternating current. So it also varies, its magnitude continuously varies with the variation of time instant to instant from one full cycle, that is 0 to 360 degree. So it is also known as instantaneous value. Okay, so now we have to go for different type of problems, depends upon induced EMF, that is instantaneous induced EMF expression. So different forms of EMF equation, that is E equal to EM sin theta, main expression. So different forms by substituting theta equal to, omega equal to, F equal to. So what are the different forms are available? We have to glance one by one. So E equal to EM sin theta, equation 1. Theta may be replaced in terms of angular velocity, that is omega. So E equal to Em sin omega t, second form. Number 3, E equal to Em sin 2 phi f, omega is replaced in terms of frequency, where f is frequency, it is in cycles per second or in hertz. So later on frequency may be also replaced by time period, it is in seconds, capital T, it is the time period for one cycle. So these are the different forms of EMF equation, because we have to study, we have to solve the problems based on this EMF equation. So either it may be EMF equation, or it is also called alternating voltage, that is small e and small I are used to represent instantaneous alternating voltage, instantaneous alternating current. Remember, from today onwards, small e or small v means instantaneous alternating voltage, that is respectively in same manner small I, it is instantaneous alternating current. Remember, all of you. And you remember, from given expression it is possible to calculate the maximum value as well as frequency of the system. Always you have to observe the expression before sine function, whatever term represents, it is known as maximum value. Then in front of sine, behind the t term, it is omega. You remember always. So based on this expression, we have to solve one simple problem. See there, problem number 1. Find the maximum value and frequency for the E equal to 50 sin 314 t. So small e, it is instantaneous induced EMF expressed in volts. E maximum, first term before the sign, E maximum, that is maximum voltage, Em equal to 50 volts. In front of sign, behind the t, that is omega, omega equal to 314 radians per second. So this omega is also equal to 2 phi f, hence it is possible to determine f equal to 50 hertz. In same way, it is also possible to construct the instantaneous EMF or current expressions if the maximum value and frequency data are available. Just it is reverse process of first problem. So we have to see in the same manner. What is the equation of a 25 hertz sine wave current having an RMS value of 30 ampere? So later on we have to know the relation between RMS value and maximum value of alternating current. Now you can assume RMS value of an alternating current equal to Im by root 2. IRMS equal to Im by root 2. So, it is possible to determine maximum value. Therefore, Im equal to IRMS into root 2. It becomes 42.42 ampere because 30 ampere is given RMS value of current. Hence, indirectly maximum value is available. Now, frequency f equal to 25 Hz is given. Then it is possible to determine omega equal to 2 phi f. So, it becomes 157 radians per second. Hence, the equation for instantaneous alternating current is small I. So, general expression I equal to Im sin omega t first you write. After that you substitute Im equal to 42.42 sin omega 157 times of t. Yes, the problem is over. Now, continuation of problem, one of special type of problem. A square coil of 10 centimeter side with 100 turns is rotated at the uniform speed of 500 rpm about an axis right angles to uniform field of 0.5 Webers per meter square. Calculate the instantaneous value of induced EMF when the plane of coil is at right angles to the plane of field at 30 degree to the plane of field. Number 3, in the plane of field. So, this problem is based on derivation of EMF expression. So, in general, already we are knowing instantaneous EMF equal to Em into sin theta volts general. So, where Em in the derivation condition, it is observed that maximum value Em equal to omega n phi. So, omega again in terms of frequency I can replace by 2 phi f. N is number of turns as it is flux pi may be replaced by area and flux density because flux density B equal to flux per area phi by A. You replace phi equal to B into area. So, next equation becomes you replace all these values Em, you write here. So, finally, E becomes 2 phi f n B A into sin theta because these data are given, area of coil is given, flux density is given, frequency is given. Therefore, I have to modify the same equation 1. Only one thing you have to understand, the angle theta is measured with respect to x-axis. X-axis, where it occurs, the conductor plane is in the x-axis means it is perpendicular to magnetic field. This is the first position, 0 position. Now, speed is given. Speed generally it is expressed in revolutions per minute, 500 revolutions per minute. In 1 minute, 500 revolutions are going to complete. That is the idea. Here we have to observe that one revolution is equal to one rotation. One revolution equal to one rotation. One rotation is also equal to one cycle. Hence, it is possible to replace revolution by cycle. So, F equal to 500 cycles per minute. It is possible to write 500 cycles per minute. So, next I want to convert minute into seconds. So, that becomes 500 cycles per 60 second. So, this cycles per second is nothing but hertz. It is nothing but hertz. Hence, F becomes, from the speed converted, F becomes 500 by 60 cycles per second, or it is also known as hertz. Number of turns, it is given directly 100 area one side of square, it is given 10 centimeter. Therefore, square area equal to 10 into 10 centimeter square. So now flux density is in Webers per meter square. Therefore, area should be converted into meter square. It becomes 100 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meter square. These are all things write down. Now you come to the point, case number 1. At right angles to the plane. At right angles to the plane. Now you see there, flux lines are coming from top to bottom. Flux lines are coming from top to bottom. The conductor system is perpendicular to magnetic field system. The coil is perpendicular to flux lines, that is arranged in x-axis position. X-axis position and perpendicular to flux lines. So, but the angle is measured. The angle is measured with respect to x-axis, not with respect to flux lines. Getting the idea? He given the condition perpendicular to flux lines, first condition. So, but the theta used in expression, it is measured with respect to x-axis. X-axis lies perpendicular to flux lines. Hence, theta equal to 0. So, sine of 0 becomes 0. Hence, induced EMF also becomes 0. Try to understand. Now, cleanly observe second condition, 30 degree to the plane of field. So, you see there in problem it is given 30 degree to the plane of magnetic field, but the theta is measured with respect to x-axis. Hence, theta becomes 60 degree. Refer the diagram. Refer the diagram. Then sin theta, sine of 60. You write down all the values. You are going to get EMF equal to 22.6 volts. Case number 3. In the plane of field, the coil is in plane of field, that is magnetic flux lines and coil both are in same axis, but the angle theta is measured again with respect to x-axis. In this condition, theta becomes 90 degree. Try to understand. Sin 90, you calculate, remaining all things you substitute, you are going to get the EMF as 26.1 volts. Next problem, similar to previous problems, you try to understand. Such type problems are available in VTU examination. An alternating current of frequency 60 Hz has a maximum value of 120 ampere. Write down the equation for its instantaneous value. Assume time required from instant the current is 0 and becoming positive. Find the instantaneous value after 1 by 360 second. In second condition, time taken to reach 96 ampere for first time. So, you write down the all given data. F is given, F equal to 60 Hz, maximum value, that is Im, equal to 120 ampere. So, case number 1, when t equal to 1 divided by 360 second, calculate the instantaneous current, small I equal to how much? Small I equal to how much? So, you start I equal to 120, it is maximum value, sine into 120 pi t, we are getting in above expression. So, we are using in calculator, it is in degree mode, 120 sine 120 in terms of phi, you substitute 180 into t, 1 by 360. So, this value we are going to get as 60 sine function of 60. So, finally, we are going to get I equal to 103.9 ampere. In second condition, instantaneous current is given 96 ampere. What is the time required? T equal to how much? Sir, try to understand different cases. So, instantaneous current is given 96 ampere. What is the time required? T equal to. Again, we have to use same expression, general expression. Instantaneous alternating current equal to Im sin omega t. Omega you replace 2 phi f. Phi you replace again 180 degree. F is 60 degree. F is 60. T as it is. Hence, sine of this function equal to 96 by 120. We are going to get as 0.8. Therefore, finally we are going to get t equal to 0.002 seconds. Next concept is phase. It is well known fact, alternating voltage or alternating currents are continuously changing with the time. It goes on changing with every instant of time. Hence, for analysis of AC quantities, we have to know particular instant of the time condition of alternating quantity. So, it is known as phase. It is the location of condition of an alternating quantity at a particular instant is called phase. It is expressed as fractional part of period or cycle from the origin or through the origin. For example, consider a sinusoidal varying alternating current of one cycle as shown in period. Let t is the time period for one cycle or in angle 0 to 25 radians or 0 to 360 degree. Now, I want to know the phase A of current, phase A of the alternating current. It may be expressed in time, then where this point lies from the origin. From the origin, A point lies on the induced current at t by 4 seconds. In angle, it lies from the origin at 90 degree. Getting the idea? All of you try to understand. In similarly, phase B of an alternating current, phase B of an alternating current is 3 by 4 t in terms of cycle, or in terms of angle it may lies at 270 degree. This is one concept. The same phase is also expressed for two alternating quantities. If two alternating quantities, say one is voltage or another is current, are having their zero values and maximum values at the same instant of time, such alternating quantities are said to be in phase. Getting the idea? Now, you can observe one voltage and another one is current. VR is voltage and IR is current. Now, you see there, their zero values occurs at origin and both zero values occurs at 180 degree and 360 degree, one point. Another one, both voltage and current maximum values will occur at 90 degree and 270 degree. Hence, these two quantities, voltage and current, are in phase. Both voltage and current are said to be in phase. Mathematically, voltage equal to Vm sin omega t, equation 1. Current I equal to Im sin omega t. Cleanly observe in mathematical representation, sin omega t. There is no plus, there is no minus. If equations are having sin omega t, then both quantities are said to be in phase. On opposite side, if two alternating quantities are not having their zero values and maximum values at the same instant of time. Such quantities are said to have a phase difference because these two alternating quantities are having their zero values and maximum values at different instants of the time. The phase difference may be lag, the phase difference may be lead. Getting the idea? It may be lag, it may be lead. Lead means plus, lag means minus. One real example you can take. First class is leading. First class is leading, then second class. Then second class is lagging as compared to first class. One real example. Another real example, engine. Engine leads, then bogie. Always engine comes very first to station, railway station. As compared to bogie, engine leads. As compared to engine, bogie lags. Understand? Real example are very important. Hence, a lagging alternating quantity is one which reaches its maximum value or zero value later than compared quantity. Lagging means after. Lagging means after. Getting the idea? Second class comes after first class. Let us consider two waveforms, alternating voltage and alternating current. Let voltage starts from 0 and completes one cycle 0 to 360 degree. This voltage is taken as reference. Voltage is taken as reference. Hence, V equal to Vm sin omega t. It is reference. Now, similarly, you observe the current waveform. Current waveform starts its zero value after an angle phi. After an angle phi, it may be 90 degree now, it looks like. In general, phi. Hence, it reaches its zero value and maximum value after phi as compared to voltage. Therefore, current I lags the voltage by an angle of phi. In equation, minus sign is used for representation of lagging quantity. Once again, as compared to these waveforms, voltage is taken as a reference. Current waveform lags the voltage by an angle of phi. Minus is used for lagging quantity. In similar fashion, a leading alternating quantity is one which reaches its zero value and maximum value earlier than compared to other alternating quantity. Now, again you consider voltage V is taken as reference because it starts from 0. It starts from 0. Now, current is second alternating quantity. You cleanly observe the waveforms. Current reaches the 0 first as compared to voltage. Hence, the current I leads by an angle phi the voltage V. This is the idea. Plus sign is used to represent leading quantity. Here voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t. Equation 1. It is taken as reference because it starts from origin. As compared to voltage waveform, current waveform leads the alternating voltage by an angle of phi. Hence, plus sign is used for leading quantity. Leading quantity. If both are same, sin omega t, then there is no question of lagging, there is no question of leading. Both waveforms are in phase. Try to understand. These all equations, waveforms are very much useful for next AC circuit analysis. Try to understand and practice. Thank you to one and all.